We'll stand up now. In the standing posture, we'll continue our asanas. But before I stand up, I'll unmute everyone. I wanted to seek the feedback and see if it's all fine or any suggestions in this way we do it. I'll unmute everyone. So if you can provide your feedback, if it, so the next one that we'll perform is Navli Kriya. So for Navli Kriya, bend down, bend a little bit down, put your hands on the knees, and then completely exhale first. Feet are hip distance again. Completely exhale, and then flap your tummy in and out with a lot of pressure. So the more you put pressure, it puts a lot of pressure on your digestive tract and clears up your digestive system. And that's where the fat burn also comes in. It's more of a kriya where you cleanse your intestine or digestive tract. So let's start with it. Kriya is not a yoga, but a variation where it is only the cleaning part of it, but not a actual yoga. So Kriya, you cannot hold the Kriya for long hours. Unlike yoga, you can hold it for a long hours. So let's start with this Kriya to clean ourselves first, digestive, and then we'll go to yoga where we can clean ourselves, clear our minds. So complete exhale. Flap your tummy approximately for about 20 seconds. Relax. We'll do it last time. Take a breath in and complete exhale. Flap your tummy. Relax. Mukha position. Fill your body with a lot of oxygen. Next, we'll do some breathing practices in the standing posture itself. So raise your hands up as you inhale and hands down, complete as you exhale. It's not necessary to go and touch your feet. Just try to drop your hands. It's a very uh, peaceful inhale and exhale, but make sure you do it very slow inhale and extremely slow exhale. Let's do it 5 times, very slow. Feel the air going up and coming down. So gather your energy around your breath and then let it go up and then exhale out slowly. So feel that air in and air out, energy together and then energy getting released. That's the beauty of this asana. Again in, yeah. Last two times. So focus on the breath going in and going out. Keep the focus steady and fixed. So this is also one of the types of dharana. It's called Bahya dharana, where you fix your focus on one of the moving objects. That's why it's called Bahya. So one of the external objects. This time it is an internal object, but the object is moving. The object is your breath. So try to bring your focus always on the breath. Mind is a monkey again, it keeps going everywhere, but let it go everywhere. But the moment you realize that your mind has gone somewhere, try to bring it back on your breath. So attaching your thought to your breath. That is the first, the basic, aspect of dharana. So let's try to bring dharana in this. Inhale, try to bring your thoughts on the breath. Let's try it for two more poses, two more times. Slowly bring yourself back to consciousness. Let's sit down. We'll do the last breathing exercise and then we'll go to the actual asanas. The last breathing exercise is Shithali Pranayam. There are three types of Shithali Pranayam, but today we'll go only for Sadanti. Sadanti is teeth together. Inhale with your teeth together, very slow, and then exhale with your nose. Again, you can bring dharana in it. So try to focus on your breath. That's where the dharana comes in. So we'll do it three times with the focus on the breath. Any mudra is fine because your thought is not on the mudra, but your thought is on your breath. So, but focus on your breath is the most important part. Tongue, teeth together as you're breathing. That is where the Sadanti Shitali Pranayam comes in. last time. We'll start our standing asana. So we'll start with light Ardha Chakrasana. So hands on the feet is again hip distance. Hands on your hips on the back side. Back is straight, looking forward, and then slowly bend from your lower back. So when you put a pressure on the lower back and bend backward, your entire back starts bending. Let's start. This is a good relaxing or warm up exercise. Let's do it 2 times. Take a breath in. One more time. Even when you are in the asana, you can still breathe a regular, normal breathing. The focus is more on the stretch, but add a little bit of breathing on it. We'll do the one more side pose based yoga. Feet together. It's the Ardha Chakrasana. And then let's start with the left hand. Raise your left hand all the way up as you inhale. Stretch it tall. Pretend there is a bar and you're pulling your hands up, but at the same time, there's a magnet in your feet and you're pulling your feet down. So feet is getting pulled down and you're extending or stretching your hands up. Get that stretch on your left side. Ears are touching the shoulders. With the normal breathing, and on the sides, completely on the sides, ears are touching the shoulders. Try to stretch. On the side. Advantage to the right hand. Inhale. Get the stretch. Hands pulling up. Feet pulling down. Exhale. Normal breathing. We'll do it one more time, but a little more fast. Next is more of the focusing asana. It is Natarajasana. So Natarajasana is the god Shiva Nataraja's pose. So it's more of mind focus than a physical strength. So, as most of you know it, raise your right leg. I'm taking the right leg as a chance. Focus on a point which is very far, uh, but you can still see it, and keep your focus fixed on that point as you do the asana. And then bend forward, stretching your alternate hand, and pull your leg on the upper side. So the focus is on that point that keeps you going in the asana. Other leg. Next is we'll go with multiple variations in Padhasthasana. Start with feet is hip distance apart, hands up, take that stretch, and then try to pull backward as you inhale. Slowly exhale and come down. Keep the back straight. Don't bend the back. Completely exhale. If you can keep the back straight and still touch your feet, it is welcome. But if you can't keep your back straight and touch the feet, try to touch your knees or wherever best possible. Wherever you are, try and get your feet together. That will give you enough space to go down. Toes together. Wherever you are comfortable, fold your hands, put your head down, and then relax. Knees are straight. Slowly open your eyes. By now, your body has got enough stretch because of being bent down. So try to touch your with the back bend. You can bend your back, touch your feet completely. Complete palms on the feet. Knees are straight. Don't bend your knees. Straight knees, hands down, and focus on your toes. The complete focus is on your toes. So each eyeball goes on your toes. So that's one of the toughest part of this asana, keeping each eyeball focused on the separate toes. So because eyeballs are used to be focusing on same object, now we are forcing our eyeballs to focus on two different objects. As a next variation in this, take your hands and put them to your side of the feet. So that is called Chatushpada. So we have 4 feet, 4 limbs. Now we are bringing all the 4 limbs in a straight line. Again, knees straight. If you can't go down, keep them up in the air. That's still fine, but you don't have to bend your knees. Keep the knees straight and wherever possible. If you can bend here, well and good. Next variation is the Padhastasana. The feet, the hasta touches the pada. Pada is the lower sole of the feet. So the sole of the feet is touched or supported by your hand. So put your hand beneath the feet, both the hands beneath the feet, and again focus on your toes. Knees are straight. Slowly, take your hands out. Now, bring your forehead to the knees. This this gives you complete stretch. Slowly, at your comfort, go back, get the stretch. Relax for about 5 seconds. Steady your legs. Make yourself comfortable in the static position. Once you're comfortable, take a deep breath in and then stretch backward. So complementary asana. 7, 7. So we have some more time. At this point, I want to check if there's any feedback or any suggestion that you think we should change. Is the voice, the audio, the pace, the style, is it good, or you suggest any changes?
Good, Prabhat. Audio is all good. Can hear you.
Okay, sure. Thank you. And I got a message also from. Okay, thank you. Okay, anytime during the session, if you feel something needs to be changed, just unmute and then suggest that, and I will definitely put that on. Okay. So the next one is Trikonasana. We'll have multiple variations in Trikonasana. Trikonasana itself is a series that can be done with breathing. You can have variations in breathing practices. So all the 4 or 5 limbs of yoga with asana all the way up to dhyana can be done in Trikonasana. So, but for today we'll focus only on the asana part of it. Maybe we can add some breathing, but we'll keep it restricted only to the asana part. Trikonasana is also one of the meditational poses. That's why all of the Ashtanga, most of the Ashtanga limbs of the yoga can be put in it. So let's start with Trikonasana. Stretch your feet. Don't stretch it too wide. Keep it restricted. On the door. Spread your legs. Hands on the knees. The key of Trikonasana is triangle. Keeping a triangle pose with the knees not bent. It is very easy to do this, but the asana is knees are straight. So the focus is on the knees. Keep the knees straight. If you can't stretch so much, stretch a little, or if you want, you can stretch further, but keep the knees straight. In this case, keep the knees straight, keep the back straight, looking forward. Hands on the knees, not completely pressing, but comfortable. Look straight. Slowly go down and hold your toes. Again, looking straight. If possible, back straight. If you can't go all the way to the toes, hold your knees or wherever you can. But knees are straight. Now look in the middle of your between the feet. So completely looking down. Again, this is a focus. Next, put your hands together in front of your chest and with one hand fixed here, let's say the right hand is fixed here, left hand goes up and focus on your the tip of your middle finger as you go up. So twist from your waist, let the body turn and then look up. Hands back, other hand goes up, focus. Hands back. So the next variation in Trikonasana is alternate hands point for the toes. So right hand goes towards the left toe and then but when you do this, make sure you twist your body. When you hold your toes, twist your waist and then get that stretch. Hold the toes, twist, back, other toe. Now we'll do it a bit more faster. So alternate hands and legs. We'll do count of 6, but very fast. But every time you do, get the good stretch. 1, 2, 3. Again, we'll continue in the Trikonasana series itself with the feet stretch. So the feet stretch. Turn. Let's start with the right hand. And this is my right. For you, it should be laterally reversed. So turn your right feet outward. Right feet is pointing to the right side, and the left feet is pointing straight. Ideally, it was pointing outward, but now it is pointing straight. Right feet goes right. Twist from your waist. Knees are again straight. Knees don't have a choice. So twist from your waist. Now you're completely looking at your right side. Exhale. 2 variations. The first variation is right hand goes and supports, left hand raises up. And then the correct or final variation is left hand goes next to the right hand and right hand raises. On the right side, we'll go with the right hand first and left hand goes up. Now, this is one of the asanas that is taught not very regularly in most of the yoga schools. This is again a specialty of Iyengar's, BK Iyengar's yoga school. So we'll go with regular Trikonasana variation. right feet pointed outward. Left hand goes and rests next to the right feet. Body is already twisted. Come back. Right feet pointing forward. Left feet now gets the chance. Getting pointed. Waist is completely turned. So I'm looking on my left side. Right hand goes and touches next to the feet. Now left hand touches down. Come back. Now anyway we have done the stretching, so we'll do Virabhadrasana. Two variations in Virabhadrasana. So stretch and then right leg. Let's try with the right leg. Right feet out, pointing right side. Left feet inside. Body is twisted from your waist. Hands on the side. Make a 90-degree with your knees, and then push your hips forward. As the more you push your hips forward, the better you feel. Again, normal breathing. There is not much of a stress on inhale and exhale, but obviously the exhale when you go down, and then go for a regular shallow breathing. Hands stretched out. Keep the angle straight of the feet. Push your hips forward and your neck back. It's an amazing stretch. You get neck pulls back, hands are stretching out, and your hips are pushing forward.
Prabhatji, we cannot hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it way too far?
I don't know. It feels like you're underwater.
Oh man. Okay. Is it better now? Is it better now?
Yes, Prabhat. Now it's better.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I think I'll keep it closer to where I am. Sorry. I think going ahead, what I should do is I should join from the phone because this, internet-based voices, they're not very good. It's a good lesson learned for me. Okay. We'll continue with the left leg, and then twist. Hands stretched out. So we'll go with the other variation in Virabhadrasana. Stretch your legs, right side again. Now instead of hands stretching out, put your hands together up in the air. And it's the same asana, Virabhadrasana, in a different variation. So different part of your lower back gets exercised. Body is twisted, feet is pointing outward, and then go down. Opposite side. We have 8 to 10 more minutes. So we'll go with Surya Namaskar. It's a 13 asana series, but we'll only do 3 of them, and then go with Shavasana. So I'm assuming everyone knows Surya Namaskar. If not, you can, there are multiple variations again. So you can follow along. Try to go to the end of the your yoga mat and put your toes exactly to the end. That way you know that you are doing it correct. So after the completion of Surya Namaskar, your toes should land to the end itself. If they move back and forth, then you know that you are not done it. If they go back, it means you are not done it correct. And if they go forward, it means you have overdone it. So they should land back on the tip. So toes together, hands in the Namaskar Sthiti. Inhale. Raya Namaha. Hands up. Get the stretch. Forward. Hands to the side. Right leg goes back. Knee doesn't touch the ground. Knees in the air. Looking up. Left leg back. You go into the Dandasana. Toes together. And then go to the Shishapasana. Raise up. Ashtanga Namaskar. Toes, knees, both the hands, chest, and then the forehead. Come to the Bhujangasana. Toes together, knees on in the air. Parvatasana. Complete feet on the ground. Push your hip backward. Bring your feet forward. Since I have landed almost at the same place, it means I have done it correctly. I've done about half inch centimeters further, so overdone Surya Namaskar. So this is one of the measures that I usually take, but this is not an accurate measure. It's just a measure that I find it comfortable. Let's do it one more time with a good stretch. Take breath in. Om Ravaye Namaha. Hands up. Inhale. Take the other leg back. Knees in the air. Body straight. Next, Dandasana. Shishapasana. Ashtanga Namaskar. Bhujangasana. We'll do it one more time and then go for Shavasana. Try and get the maximum stretch. One of the beautiful vinyasa poses discovered. It gives you a complete back and body workout. Let's go into the Shavasana. Lie down on the ground, completely relaxed, feet separated, hands on the side. Close your eyes. If you're outdoor, feel the sun rays blessing you. If you're indoor, imagine that. Focus on your breath. Let the mind go all the places. The moment you realize you're thinking something, bring it back to your breath. Relax your feet. Relax your knees. Let them lie loose. Relax your hip region. Relax your hands and the shoulders. Your heart rate is going slower. Relax your neck. Let your mind focus on your breath. Just focus on the breath. Bring your focus back. Wiggle your toes. Eyes closed. Fingers wiggle. Slightly move your legs and hands. Move your neck. Your eyes closed. Turn to your side and sit up. Eyes still closed, sitting in pranam position. We'll chant Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha together. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukhabhag Bhavet. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining today's session. Any suggestions? If you have my number, please text me, or if you want to give any suggestions here, definitely please.
Prabhaji, this is Nagesh. Like, is this time 6 o'clock or 6:30 on Fridays?
6:30. It's a revised time because what I was told is 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Many would be. It will be too early.
Okay then, yeah. Okay, then. Thank you. Dhanyawad ji.
Anyway,
Thank you, Ji.
Namaste,
Very nice.
Prabhat. It was wonderful.
thank you, Jay. Thank you. Oh, Sami ji, you are the real star here.
Good to see you after a long time. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Swami.
Hi, Amit ji. How are you?
Good. Nice. How
Yeah.
are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. I'm able to do a lot of Prabhat ji's like poses. I'm happy.
Very nice. Good
Yeah,
to
thank
hear.
you.
Good
Yeah,
to hear.
thank-
Sorry, I missed your presentation the other day.
Oh no, I can send you the link.
Yeah, would
You
you
can
please?
watch it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
if you
that would
can,
be great.
that would be
Yeah.
great.
Sure. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Dhanyawad, Amit ji.
Ah,
Thank you, Prabhat ji.
Thank you.
Wonderful
Okay.
session.
Thank you. Okay. I have recorded this. I will try to find how I can download the recording and then share it.
Thank you. Nice class.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dhanyawad ji. Thank
Dhanyawad, Changesh.